Hello, I'm Sam Robb, your co-host of Beyond the Box Score, a Press Times media production here with Tori Wittenbrock and Sam Robb, a Pere High School graduate. Sam, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Sam, you're a member of the football team and heading to Illinois State this year. What has it been like being part of the Redbird program?
It's been a lot of fun. We have a good group of guys and a good group of coaches, and it's just a really good time to be around everybody together. That's it.
I kind of want to jump into something real quick here. Can you talk a little bit about your run this past season, kind of making it to the quarterfinals as a program that's been really overlooked in the FRCC?
Yeah, for sure. I think even in years past we've had maybe even more skill, but this year's group of guys has been a lot more connected, which is why I think, we maybe went farther as a team. There's a lot more trust within one another. And we had the good group of guys, skill-wise, to go that far.
And then can you tell me what it's been like kind of coming up under Coach Ben Strickland and what it's like playing for him?
Yeah, it's an honor to play for him, and it's a lot of fun to play for him.
Yeah.
He puts a lot of trust in us and gives us opportunities to do what we want, as well as if we listen to him and execute the game plan, it will go well. So.
When has been a time where you guys kind of haven't listened, and have you heard about it from him on the other side? If you haven't really listened and executed his game plan?
There's been a fair share of times where we might audible a play or change that, and maybe it won't go our way. But a lot of times it has gone our way, and that's why he keeps to put trust in us and let us do that. So. Yeah,
you talked about the connection that you have with the guys. What is that trust like in translating, obviously on the field, but how do you build that off the field with the guys?
It's every day before a game, we'll have our team dinner, so good group of connection there, or just every day during the week, hanging out outside of football and just getting to know each other, no matter who it is or position groups, just always getting to know each other better every day.
Is there a go-to that you look at for team dinner? Like, is there something you're looking forward to if somebody's making?
I'd say my favorite, pulled pork and mac and cheese.
Oh,
that sounds so good. That sounds so good.
Yeah.
It's not too heavy before a game?
No, that's the day before a game. So we
okay, I got you.
Drop it a little bit.
Then what's your like legit before a game snack?
Before a game every day, PB&J, and that's it. Keep it light, but ready to go.
Strawberry or grape?
Grape.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know.
Come on.
It was all we had, so.
Okay.
Okay.
You're like, all right, that is what it is.
Now that's all we got.
Okay, that makes sense. What is the process now been like going through high school, started playing your freshman year, and then it's like, okay, now I'm going to go to college and be a preferred walk-on at a D1 university.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever expect that to happen, or was that kind of, at what point did you realize it was going to happen, and was it a surprise to you?
Yeah. So I've always loved football my entire life, but never really got the opportunity to play until freshman year because my parents were always kind of scared of injury.
Yeah.
So when I came out freshman year, I think I was 4 games into the season, and I broke my leg. So that was one of many injuries, but put me out for about 6 to 8 months. So
really proved your parents wrong.
Your parents like, all right.
Right after a little bit of time, but so then I kind of thought, like, I have to prove myself right that I could come back from this injury. Mm-hmm. And I knew if I could overcome that I could overcome anything. So once coming back from that injury, I just kind of fell in love with the process of the game. So whether that was lifting, working out, or, like, doing workouts on the field and watching film, fell in love with that and knew I wanted to play at the next level always. And since I was a little kid, my dream was always to play, at the highest level I could, or watching those guys on Saturdays.
Right.
So that was always my dream. And when I got the chance, I knew that I would regret it if I never took it. So I knew I had to take it once I got the chance.
Can you talk a little bit about what it's like playing football, which is one of those sports that requires the most dedication and time out of all, I played soccer, volleyball, but you show up to football, and football takes up a lot of time and dedication compared to other sports. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so you're practicing 5 days a week for one game, right? As other teams or other sports, it's a couple days of practice or preparation for one game, but you have all this preparation going into one game, and that's kind of where you find the bond with all your teammates and that to me makes football so special. That's what I think.
Did you play any other sports growing up before you started football?
I played basketball up until senior year. I had to quit because of the injury. So
Right.
I was pretty close with basketball. I think I played since, I want to say, 3rd grade.
And did you ever consider playing basketball in college compared to football?
Yeah, until I realized that, I maybe wasn't the best at that sport. But always had a lot of fun playing that and had made a lot of good friendships through basketball. So.
Can you talk a little bit more about the injury? How did it change your senior year, and how did it change the course of just like your everyday life for the last year?
Yeah, so, I mean, injuries aren't something I'm not exactly used to. Kind of like I said, freshman year, I was out 6 months or whatever it was. But, coming into this year, I was healthy. Thought I was going to, have a good year and it was going to go well. But I think shortly, you start contact days in July. So I think early in July, I think I strained my hamstring once and then came back 2 weeks later, strained it again. So I was like, all right, this could be a long season. But, and then in August, right after starting our actual practices, I've had hip pain for a while. And so I went to the doctor and he kind of gave me 2 options. I could either get surgery and kind of everything I'd worked towards since I was a little kid or just wanted to work towards could be over, or I could, tough it out and play. And I knew that's kind of what I had to do. Yeah. So a lot of work with PT, going I'd say 3 times a week, getting that straight. And then a lot came down to like my coaches being pretty easy. There was a couple weeks, I'd say, the first 2 weeks for sure, that I wasn't practicing at all. I would only play games. So a lot of flexibility from Coach Strickland and my receivers coach, Coach LT, we call him. But just a lot of flexibility and a lot of PT to get me through.
What's that like from the mental side, knowing that you have an injury like that you're trying to work through, and still knowing that you have a college offer on the table and trying to work through that, and then also the support that you received from both your college coaches and from Coach Ben?
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure, I guess I'd say, but it's also a responsibility for me, which I know I have to hold up my end for my teammates. I have to know that like I can play for them. So it's like, and it's I don't know the words I'm trying to say here, but it's a pleasure to try to fight through that. Like, not a lot of people get to play football to begin with, so the fact that I am playing is a pleasure to do. So.
Yeah. What did you rely on going through the process? Like, when you couldn't play football and you're kind of just hanging out on the sidelines, like you still need that stimulation, I can imagine. Like, what did you rely on through that process of recovery?
A lot of it's my teammates, just trying to do my best or set a good example for my teammates, and that's kind of what puts a lot of trust in each other. Like, if they see me, knowing I'm not 100% but still giving my full effort and trying to be there for everybody else, that's going to bring them up even higher too. And I think that is also a reason we made a run, because there's just so much trust within each other. Everyone's giving their full effort all the time. So.
I've been injured way too many times myself, so I totally get it. I'm going through a back injury right now. MRI results on Friday, so we'll see. But what is it, that mental game of, you can come back, but like, what if, that kind of what if game, like, what if I'm not my best? How do you approach that going into college, knowing like you have the full belief from your coaches and your future teammates going into this season? Yeah,
if I'm not, like, always going to try my best and try my hardest and try to get back with everybody, and I have so much help behind me that I have a lot of trust that I will get there. And if I don't, I can always say that I gave it my all. So that's the biggest thing, is if I don't give it my all, I'm always going to look back as what if. But I have so much trust and belief behind me from coaches, teammates, my parents, my family, and everybody, that I know that I can get through it.
You're going to school, at semester, so you have some extra time.
A little bit of time.
What are you looking forward to in this extra time, as opposed to, you would have had to been there in June, so now you have an extra 6-8 months to be at home. What are you most looking forward to?
It gives me a lot of time to finish PT up and get back to where I need to be, but it also gives me a step ahead to get bigger, faster, stronger, and just work on skills that I would not have had before coming in June.
Yeah, absolutely. Transitioning from one Redbird to another. Yeah. What are you most excited for, just being at Illinois State?
I love the coaching staff. I think I'm in love with that. The area is awesome, and the players are pretty cool. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you had a lot of chance to interact with some of the players that you'll be with?
I've had a little bit. I got to interact with a couple guys during spring practice.
Are you going to be rooming with teammates?
Yes.
All right. So do you know who you're rooming with yet, or?
Not yet.
Okay.
So it'll be a transfer student that semester or a early incoming freshman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's fun. That'd be exciting. That'd be exciting. What about the support from your family? You know, they never really wanted you to play football because of the fear of injury. Now you've had an injury-plagued career. What is their support still throughout all of that? How has that meant to you?
Yeah, they are my biggest supporters, I will say. And they see how much the game means to me, and it means that much more to them. So without their support, I definitely couldn't be where I'm at today, for sure.
What about your siblings? How was the competitive relationship like with them?
I have two older sisters that some would say maybe aren't the most athletic. Sorry, Maddie and Olivia, but they've always been there to support me, and if I need anything, they're always right there for me. So.
What's your relationship like with them? Like, what if they're not the most athletic? What has it been your connecting point with them?
Yeah, started getting close. My sister just got engaged 4 days ago, so
Nice.
shout out Maddie.
Congratulations, yeah.
But yeah, I've always been close. We're within 2 and 4 years. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What does Sam do outside of playing football? Like and hanging out with friends? What do you do? What brings you joy?
Yeah, even though football is a big part of me, there's a lot that is not just that. So hanging out with friends, like you said, is a big part of it. I love being outdoors. Love traveling. It's probably one of my favorite things to do is travel.
Okay.
What's your favorite place you've traveled to?
Me and 2 buddies this summer, we went to Banff National Park and Glacier National Park, and
That's
that was
awesome.
definitely a trip for my lifetime.
Yeah, especially for someone who loves the outdoors.
Yeah, for sure.
That's so cool.
A lot of fun.
What was it like? How long did you go for?
We went for just under 2 weeks.
Okay.
So
Did you camp?
yeah, we
Okay.
camped. Yeah.
That's awesome.
A lot of fun.
Is that the first time you've been out of the country, or?
Yeah. Well, when I was younger, we went to Banff as well,
Okay.
but I don't remember it like I do.
Yes.
this time.
Yeah.
So.
It was boring back then.
It was
When
a
you were
little
little.
boring back then. But with my family, like, a little more freedom now.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Yeah.
Do you have a travel destination that's like a goal or dream of yours outside of trip of a lifetime right there?
I'd say Swiss Alps.
Okay.
Swiss Alps are definitely up there.
Solid choice.
Yeah.
Or the Oregon coastline in Washington, I think,
Yeah.
is where me and my buddies are trying to get to next.
Washington's awesome.
Yeah.
Olympic National Park. I have family out there. I'm going this weekend.
Mount
so.
Rainier.
Yeah.
Trying to get out there.
It's awesome. Yeah. You let me know.
I will.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah,
We'll make it
we
happen.
will.
I'll let you know where to go.
All right.
That's awesome. Just going throughout your career, is there anybody that you want to give a shout out to that you maybe haven't touched base on in this so far that has supported you throughout the way?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out. I kind of talked about him earlier. My receivers coach, LT Logan Taylor, head coach Ben Strickland, and then we had a quarterbacks coach, Ty Knott, and he's helped me a lot along the way. So.
What do those relationships mean to you as you go to the next step?
Yeah, I know I'll always keep in contact with those 3. I still catch dinner with Coach Knott quite a bit, and then I'm helping a little bit with Strick and LT this season. And
Be able to give back.
yeah.
What does it mean to give back to the program that kind of built you?
Yeah, it means a lot, and I'm so close with a lot of the guys that play now, so it's a lot of fun to see where they're at and how much I know they will succeed this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's your goals in terms of obviously going to Illinois State, but then what's the career goal beyond football?
Just make it as high as I can, play the best football I can, and make a lot of relationships along the way.
That's awesome. Anything else that you want to hit on, share, anything like that?
No, thank you for having me.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
all I can say.
No, that's awesome. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being on. This is another episode of Beyond the Box Score. Sam Robb of Pere Football. I'm Sam Marchand. That's Tori Wittenbrock. Thanks for joining.